Hi class, welcome to EdVantage. I'm Matt Fisher, your accounting instructor. In a previous video, we went through the manufacturing cost flows, and I have here the numbers that we used in that example. If you don't remember this, you'll want to go back to that video and look at that. We also have a video that explains how we transfer the overhead through the predetermined or using the predetermined overhead rate. You may want to take a look at that video also. In this video, what we're going to concentrate on are the actual journal entries associated with the movement of all of these costs in a manufacturing plant. So first of all, let's start with our raw materials. So in the raw materials area, we would have a purchase of raw materials. So that's what this 50,000 is, purchasing raw materials. So when we purchase raw materials, I'm going to abbreviate here, raw materials 50,000 would be debited. And then with every journal entry, our debits must equal our credits. And most likely when we purchase raw materials, we're going to then credit accounts payable, meaning that we're purchasing them on account. It's possible we could have paid cash. If we paid cash, then this would be a credit to cash. Now let's look at the transfer of raw materials. You can see here we've got 40,000 going into work in process as direct materials, and we have 5,000 moving into overhead as indirect materials. I'm going to do this in two transactions. You could do it in one, but let's do it in two just to make sure that it's very clear what's happening here. So first of all, the transfer of the direct materials. So I'm going to put transfer direct materials would be to debit work in process because that's where they're going. Oops, and I just did the wrong dollar amount for $40,000. And then our credit would be to raw materials because it's coming out of that inventory account. Okay. And now let's look at the transfer. I'm just going to write it over here. The transfer of indirect materials. Well, they're going into overhead, so we'll have a debit to overhead of 5,000, and they're going into, they're coming out of raw materials and going into overhead. So going into overhead, so we debit overhead, and they're coming out of raw materials, so we credit the raw materials account. Okay, so those are the journal entries associated with materials and transferring materials. I'm going to erase this now, and we're going to go to the next area. Let's look at labor. So for labor, we're going to have direct labor, and then we'll have, I'm going to put IL, indirect labor. So the direct labor number is this $25,000. So if we have employees working directly on our product, that would be direct labor. And their wages need to go directly into work in process. So we would debit work in process, 25,000, and we would credit, in this case, wages payable. Okay. Now, let me just explain something here. If this weren't the manufacturing plant and we had wages, the journal entry would be wage expense, wage payable. So maybe that will help you remember what this credit is. The reason why this isn't wage expense is because when we're in the plant, remember, all costs go into inventory, all costs in the plant. So that's why this labor cost is going to go into work in process, and eventually it will be expensed in our cost of goods sold. Okay. Now for indirect labor, let's assume that our indirect labor is part of this 27,000. I'm just going to make up the number here. Let's say that it's $10,000 of that. So our overhead would increase $10,000, and then our wages and salary payable would be $10,000. So that would be putting our indirect labor into that account. Okay, let's erase that now. The overhead we actually already did in a previous video, but let's go ahead and look at that journal entry. To allocate overhead, we're going to debit work in process, the 30,000, and credit overhead, 30,000. And in a previous video, we showed how we calculated that 30,000. Remember that there are notes that show everything that I'm writing on this board. There are notes in onlineadvantage.org that you can print out or just download to see exactly what we're doing here in a nice note format. All right, now that we've got all of our costs and work in process, we now have a job that's actually done. Once our jobs are done, we need to transfer costs out of work in process because it's finished and move it into finished goods. All right, this 90,000 is called the cost of goods manufactured. So the journal entry you can see right here would be to debit finished goods 90,000, and then the credit is to work in process for 90,000. So this is just to transfer the cost of the goods manufactured out of work in process into finished goods. Now let's look at our last transfer here. Okay, we've got this cost of goods sold transaction. So we had a sale. So let's assume first of all that in this sale we sold it for 150,000. Right? So more than likely our journal entry would be accounts receivable 150,000, and then revenue or sales revenue 150,000. Okay, so those numbers aren't reflected up here because this is just the sale. But we sold $85,000 worth of inventory. We sold it for 150, but the cost to us was 85,000. So now we have this double journal entry. We have to take care of this, move these costs out of finished goods into cost of goods sold. So we then debit cost of goods sold, 85,000, and we credit finished goods inventory, $85,000. Okay, so you can see our profit then is the difference between these two. 150 minus 85 would be $65,000 profit on this sale. All right, well class, I hope you now understand these journal entries. All right, let me just remind you, raw materials, work in process, finished goods are inventory accounts, they're assets. Cost of goods sold is the expense. Overhead is just a temporary type account that we're using to track the actual costs and allocate the costs into work in process. This account would need to be zeroed out at the end of the period. And in the previous video, where we go over predetermined overhead, we show how we do that. All right, class, I hope this has helped you. Good luck in accounting. Hope to see you back soon.